Happy Victoria Day, Prime Minister Harper. How are you? I'm pretty sure you're not doing as well as I am, but, I kind of think you've had a bad week in politics. So, just wanted to touch base and say, I'm sorry your weekend's going terrible, but, I'm not surprised. I wish I could say I was, but I'm not. I'm kind of elated. Elated for many reasons. Elated for the fact that, I already knew who the real Stephen Harper was 7 years ago, and I've never voted for you, so I have nothing to worry about, and I don't have to account for my vote. But I think you do. And I think the Conservative government has a lot to account for. So I'm wondering, though, and I've got a bet riding on this, so you're either going to help me win $20 or I'm going to lose $20. But, it's probably the best $20 I'll ever spend. Because tomorrow I think you're going to prorogue Parliament, or very close to it. I think if you don't do it tomorrow, you'll do it in the next month. So my bet is on you're proroguing. And I think you're going to do it. So whether it's tomorrow or next Monday or next month, I think you're going to do it in the hope that this little scandal, these little accountability issues kind of just go away. But I don't think they're going away. I think they're actually getting worse. And here's why. His name is Mike Duffy. I think every Canadian knows who he is. We've kind of learned his name in the last week. For anybody who didn't know who he was, they kind of know now. They also know he's the guy that took 90 grand that he wasn't entitled to, that he declared he was entitled to. And then rather than saying, I'm sorry I did it, he got somebody else to pay the bill and took credit for paying it. And to think at one time Canadians trusted him for the news. I think the shock is now starting to wear on a lot of them. But he's not the only person. Like Pamela Wallin, another person you appointed to a Senate. You said, she's upstanding. She's somebody, also a member of the media, very well respected. Yeah, she's paid 40 grand back of some money that, she said she didn't spend inappropriately. But I don't think you pay something back when you didn't spend it. Inappropriately, of course. Patrick Brazeau. Canadians got to know him because, first of all, Justin Trudeau kicked his ass and he did it for charity. So, Patrick took a beating for a good cause. But I think, he's also in a lot of trouble for beating somebody else up. It's my understanding, a woman. But, I don't have anything to worry about. I didn't appoint him to the Senate. Even though you've kicked him out of the caucus because he's, bad karma and da-da-da, he still gets $135 million or $135,000 a year from Canadian taxpayers. I mean, it's no skin off my nose, but wait a minute. When we add up a Senate that costs $90 million a year, a Senate you promised to abolish, we kind of have to go, not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. My mom taught me a few things in my life that I've taken very, very seriously. And the one thing that she taught me is this, and it's a huge lesson. She said, you will be judged by the people and the company you keep. Do you think you'll be judged by the people and the company you keep? The people like Bruce Carson and Bev Oda. Who can forget $16 for a glass of orange juice? I hope that orange juice was the best she'd ever drank, for sure. Mike Duffy, Patrick Brazeau, Pamela Wallin, Nigel Wright, who, by all accounts, everybody tells me that, Nigel's this upstanding, great human being, great respect for him, and his only concern was making sure Canadians got their $90,000 back. But, when you put things in the same sentence like upstanding and rightful, and you say just respectful, my mother again taught me upstanding started with honesty. Mr. Wright knew Mr. Duffy wasn't being honest about where that $90,000 came back from. But he didn't do anything. And he swears he didn't tell you, and he swears he didn't tell you of his plan. He just wanted to help Canadian taxpayers. Well, thank you for the help, Mr. Wright. But here's the question. Why did you think it was your place to pay back something that you didn't do? It was Mr. Duffy's place. And why did you take it a step further and ask Deloitte and Touche to whitewash the report. Like, I don't get that. We paid Deloitte and Touche a lot of money and they whitewashed it? Okay. I guess, I don't have to worry about that, but you, sir, do. Canadians have to worry. Because a prime minister that's been the prime minister for 7 years, based on one promise, accountability. And if this week is of any indication who's really not accountable, that's you, sir. I would be very worried. Enjoy the rest of your Victoria Day. Thank you so much.